Hey there guys, it's Zologe here and welcome to the deck profile for the Noden plants. This is a deck that revolves around using Elder God Noden to its absolute max, abusing the fact that he's such a good gateway into Synchros and Xyz monsters, and you can loop him using things like the Refusion card to make him like absolutely busted. And it's an OTK deck in the biggest sense of the word. So without further ado, let's go into the deck profile and explore my choices as we go along. So first we run the double quick draw Synchron. This card is mainly to bring out a Junk Archer alongside the obvious other cards that you're going to be bringing out with the Elder God Noden. And he's just one of the easiest monsters to use in this deck. You basically go with a quick draw, ditch something from your hand, mainly one of these guys, and you might want to special summon out, or normal summon or special summon out a Doppel Warrior or something, and then just synchro with a quick draw to go for, Junk Archer. I'll be showing off some of the different combos in this deck today, so, sometime this week. I'm not entirely sure when, because I'm still like experimenting with the deck and see which combo, how many different combos I can pull off, because this is a very combo oriented deck. So yeah. Next we go for the triple Reborn Tengu. This is basically just for the level 5 synchros that you're going to be pulling out in this deck. Namely, the big combo that you're going to be pulling off with it is the Jet Synchron plus Reborn Tengu, or your Glow Up Bulb plus Reborn Tengu. That gives you both a Hyper Librarian and an Armades in one go. And yeah, it's a pretty good card. And on top of things, you still have one Reborn Tengu left, which you can use to Xyz summon out a level change to prepare for future combos, or things like that. Next we go for the Triple Mathematician. This is one of the most important cards of the deck. It allows you to ditch whatever you feel is necessary. Most likely it's going to be one of your level 2s, which is, going to help you out a lot later on. Sure, your opponent might be able to OTK you if you normal summon this card, but if they don't, you're going to be OTKing them next turn, because most likely you have a Junk Synchron already in your hand, and by that point, Junk Synchron is the entryway for this entire combo. So yeah, next to go for the Triple Junk Synchron. This is your gateway into the entire OTK, and it's just a fantastic card. So when you normal summon him, you can special summon one level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard, and its effects are negated. It's a tuner, so you get normal summon him, and then you special summon out a Synchro Fusionist from your graveyard, go into a Hyper Librarian, and grab that instant fusion, and then just let the synchroing commence. And it is amazing. You can also potentially grab the Refusion, should you already have an instant fusion already on hand. Next we run one Vylon Cube. This is a really interesting target for Noden. It's basically in case you have instant fusion and a mathematician on board in your hand, and you don't have a Junk Synchron, you could potentially be going for the Moonlight Rose Dragon to start doing the loop with Refusion. So it's a potentially good combo that you can do. Next we run one Lone Fire Blossom. This is just to bring out mainly the Glow Bulb and the Spore. You tribute it just to send those two, get those two out on board as quickly as possible. They can be used in many different ways in this deck, so mostly the Glow Bulb is your main goal to bring out with Lone Fire, but sometimes Spore helps out too, because it's an extra tuner that you can special summon whenever. Next we go for one Dandelion, just to bring out the 2 tokens. You can send this guy to the graveyard together with to special summon out a quick draw and get 2 tokens, which allows you to go into a Junk Archer, which is pretty good in general. And yeah, next to go for the Triple Doppel Warrior, basically the same as Dandelion. You basically special summon him by either through Junk Synchron's effect or by his own effect when something is special from the graveyard. So you can basically go one of the first combos that one of the best combos you can pull off is, so far at least that I've discovered, is to go quick draw, ditch a Synchro Fusionist from your hand, special summon it, then you normal summon out your Junk Synchron, special summon out your Synchro Fusionist, and then go off from there. So it's a pretty good combo. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with this. And of course, I run triple Synchro Fusionist, this card is absolutely stupid because it searches out both your instant fusion as well as refusion. So it's a really good card. It just helps out this deck so much and makes it what it really is. Because this card is absolutely busted. I'm just saying, I mean, searching out instant fusion when Noden is a thing is just so powerful in the game. Oh my god. Next we go for the double level eater. This is basically for rank 4 plays as well as making Formula Synchron. I originally ran shooting Quasar Dragon in this, and you can make it, but it's not the main focus. So if you want to run freaking Quasar Dragon, you go ahead. But I just have it there for you know, the formula plays, which allows us to go into our Stardust Warrior, which is not necessarily the big win condition, but it's still a card that you can go into. Next we run the double Jet Synchron. This is just another glow bulb, basically. You ditch something from your hand, especially something from your graveyard. So he's pretty good, level 1 tuner that you can utilize together with Reborn Tengu. Next we go for the one Spore and one Glow Bulb, basically the same card, except this thing can change its level, and you just basically use them for interesting synchros and stuff like that. Next we go for the triple instant fusion. I know I only run 2 targets for it, but it's just for consistency's sake that I want to have 3. Because I want to get this card as early as possible, and even though I can search it out, I still want to have more copies than just 2, because sometimes you just really need sometimes you open up with refusion as well, and it's just a fantastic card in general. Sometimes you really just want to search out the refusion before, if you already have instant fusion on hand. So yeah, that's a thing, because you can only activate 1 instant fusion per turn. So next we go for the 1 copy of 1-for-1, basically an easy way to ditch things like Synchro Fusionist and stuff like that. And then grab something like a glow bulb or directly from the deck, so you can, you know, do the usual glow bulb shenanigans. Next we run the triple reinforcement of the army. This is one of your ways to search out your junk synchron, the most important card of the deck. So naturally I have a lot of search power for it. Next we go for the 1 foolish burial. This is to ditch things like Synchro Fusionist, Dandelion, Glow Bulb, Jet Synchron, etc. To prepare for future plays. Next we go for triple tuning. This sets up plays potentially, as well as it searches out either your quick draw or your junk synchron, which is really good. So yeah, it makes this deck pretty consistent actually. And finally we run triple refusion, and this is the source of the big OTK that you're going to be pulling off with this. It's absolutely just stupid of a card. It's just a stupid card together with Noden. As far as the extra deck goes, which is the most important part, which is where all the damage is going to come from, because the Synchro deck, the main deck monster is not going to do jack diddly squat in terms of damage. Next we go for double Noden, 1 Stardust Warrior, 1 Beals, 1 Junk Berserker, 1 Moonlight Rose Dragon, 1 double Junk Archer, 1 Clear Wing, 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 TGI Librarian, 1 Armades, double Formula, and finally 1 Lavolvo Chain. And that runs up to extra, guys. So tell me what you think, and I'm out!